Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Soul Family, and welcome to today's Mystical Soul reading. So, we're going to talk a little bit about magic today because we do have the blue super full moon coming up August 19th. So I want to prepare you guys and make sure that you're ready to work and weave a little bit of magic, especially if you're wanting to work on abundance or really kind of like catapulting and pushing further forward because we're releasing a lot at the moment too. So I'll get a little bit into the astrology today. So before we start, I just want to remind you guys that if you haven't already ordered your potion, I would say we're in that last little window of time if you are overseas. So if you are in Canada and the States, it does seem to take between 1 to 2 weeks to arrive. So if you are wanting to buy a potion to join us with our manifestation, which will be on September the 1st or September 2nd if you're here in Australia. So what I'm actually drinking this morning is I have a chocolate smoothie, which is a chocolate banana smoothie, and I have that mixed with Heal a Broken Heart. So you can actually make up like a strong brew of the tea and combine it with some of the smoothies. So you can combine and make like a superfood potion that's actually a meal. So with this one, it says, I am grateful for my strong heart and resilient spirit. So this is a really beautiful one filled with rose, hibiscus, elderberry, jasmine, and cacao nibs. So it's a really kind of nourishing heart-based potion that I have made. So you can see here, there's also bundles, there's some information on manifestation, but this is what I wanted to remind you guys. So a lot of you have already signed up and you've already received your potion too. So I can't wait to see what we're all working on individually, but this will also be a group experience. So we've got the Manifestation Magic, a heartfelt connection event. And as I've said to you on a few of the other shows, it is $48.88 if you didn't want to buy a potion and you just want to join our event. But it looks like most people are buying a potion and then signing up. So this is going to be such a fun experience to share together with you all and to chat face to face for the first time for a lot of us. I've chatted to a lot of you individually. And if you did want to book a session, you can click on my website, solreta.com, and it takes you over to masonjupiter.com. So either way, you'll still arrive at the booking system. So I have the starseed readings, the mystical oracle readings, and also holistic wellness session. And I just wanted to mention, because I had a lot of beautiful messages after this show, Becoming Magnetic. It's popped up with my ad. But yeah, there was some really beautiful feedback from you guys on becoming more magnetic. So we did go into a lot on how you individually can become more magnetic. So if you missed that, please go back and watch it. There's so much value in that episode that I could literally build a course on it if I wanted to spend more time and individually have a look. Okay, I'm just having a look at some of your beautiful messages. And it's so lovely to gather here with all of you. Thanks, John. And I also, thank you, Tim. Thank you so much for the reminder. So I do have my little spells deck here as well today. So we will also have a look into a little bit of manifestation magic, which will be a lot of fun. So let's get stuck into talking about, thank you, Lorianne. So Lorianne's saying today is another portal day, 8888. Thank you for popping that in. I didn't even know that today. So really, really cool. Thank you, sweetheart. You're such a kind soul. So yeah, if you haven't already got your potion, make sure you've got it for our event. So what we're looking into with this full moon a super blue full moon. So this really means like when it's a super moon, it's a little bit closer to the earth. So it just means that we can harness that full moon illumination energy to work with us for abundance. So what this is also doing with, we're having a lot of like revision stuff come up, what it is that we want going forth. And it might even feel like split decisions coming up. And lovely to be here with you too, Rainbow Sun. So just noticing like what's coming up for you guys at the moment. Hey, Lisa and Seema. Oh, there's so many gorgeous soul family. Jake. So yeah, with this as well, I'm just trying to read my actual writing. So I've also written notes around like earth changes and things at the moment. So, be prepared to sort of see maybe perhaps like a little bit more rumblings across the earth. And this is also shifting within us too. So you might feel things that are sort of shifting, or you might feel that you're getting stronger boundaries on certain things, or suddenly you're realizing that maybe perhaps you wanted one thing, now all of a sudden it's to go the other direction. So to really look at like what it is that you've learned in different situations, scenarios, what I would recommend as well. Hey Paris, lovely to have you here, another Aussie. So I would definitely say try not to make hasty decisions because we are still in Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Rainbow Sun. So yeah, so with this, try not to make hasty decisions or, things that unless you've really sort of thought deeply about it, because the Mercury retrograde can make us like a little bit more moody and things. And based on some of the other energies we have at the moment too, I just want you guys to watch out for heated discussions. And this is partly why I chose to do the topic on the galactic show yesterday on Mason Jupiter, and really talking about like the darker side of, or of calling in and working with ETs and things of that sort of nature. So I really want you guys to watch out for negative entities, that sort of things at the moment. Especially with this Mercury retrograde. Watch out for heated conversations, as I've said. What we're also going to be noticing is feeling this sense of motivation or feeling like, oh my God, I can't put that off anymore. I'm going to clean that spring cupboard. So things like this. So yeah, I'm seeing that in personal life as well, with clearing out different spaces, moving things around, that kind of thing. The other thing too is to expect a little bit more around downloads to come in. So especially leading up to this super full moon, and because it's a blue moon as well, so we hear that saying of once in a blue moon. So really having a look at you being connected to higher self, as I was saying on the show yesterday. So really being more in alignment with this. And I do have a special treat for you guys coming up. So with the 3-card pick this week, it is actually going to be letting you know which psychic sense to focus on. So I can't wait to bring you that show. This will be a really, really good one where spirit will sort of lead you to focus on, might not be a sense that you favored, it might be one that you perhaps haven't thought too much of, and spirit might be guiding you to open up or to have a little bit more awareness around this. I wanted to make this because we are going through this super moon too. So your gifts and things will be enhanced. So this also means Kundalini energy. So really having a look into how you can tap into Kundalini. I love the Dr. Joe Dispenza technique. So what he does is more kind of tapping into your base chakra and squeezing and lifting the pelvic floor muscles. And you want to compress and pump that energy and draw your breath up like a reverse coffee plunger and then out the top of the crown chakra. So this does help to activate and hit those pineal crystals, which are piezoelectric. So you're going to get those little Kundalini sparks. And we know from the other shows that I've done, I talk about the importance of cerebrospinal fluid, moving this plasma throughout the body. So you're going to create, or you have a more enhanced window for tapping into your charge as well. Thank you, Seema. So let's have a look into what Spirit is saying in the card. Oops, I just dropped a couple of decks. I think it was the fairy deck. And mine was coming over too. I'm going to say hello to everyone. Say hi. Look, there's you. I actually was watching the show on cats on Netflix, and I noticed she watched nearly the whole entire thing. She was just watching cats the whole time. We just had some birds out here before. She just has the most beautiful golden eyes, don't you? Hey, you're so pretty. So let's have a look. And it was the fairy cards. Surprise, surprise. So I think we're going to have to pick from the fairy deck as well. Let's have a look what comes up. So yeah, I was waiting for this moment to look into the full moon in Aquarius. And we know with Aquarius, she's that beautiful vision of the star card in the tarot as well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's so gorgeous. She just lays in my arms like a baby a lot of the time. She's just beautiful. So let's have a look and see what we have. So this is also, I feel like as I'm shuffling this, Spirit's giving me messages around channeling and bringing new information in. They're talking about a gateway, a portal. The word celestial is also coming through. And I'm just going to, let me see if I can draw a picture of the vision before I finish shuffling. Oh my gosh, they're already just starting. We're already in this window of energy. So I'm just drawing the vision that Spirit is showing me. So I saw this portal. So can you see it's like a stargate or like a diamond that's opening with celestial energy around it? So with this, and yeah, the age of Aquarius is definitely feeling like we're closer to that. So let's have another look. So I keep feeling like my spirit's traversing through this gateway or portal. So we may, in fact, be passing through another celestial gateway or a portal, is the feeling and vibration that spirit's wanting to show me with this. The words higher attunement is also coming in, higher attunement, higher frequency. The other thing that I'm also seeing is they're showing me like a shimmer effect on water. So I'm seeing it being lit up and illuminated and like a bioluminescent type energy coming to life. And then I'm feeling it come into our spirit, especially heart space. So there's something that's affecting the water with this super blue full moon energy. So it's also affecting change within us. It also is turning us into living anchors for this divine energy coming through the portals. So opening of a celestial gateway would be the words if I was to summarize what Spirit's saying. So they've given me 5 cards. So I'm just going to fill into these before we flip them over. Yeah, the word gateway. And I keep also seeing the gateway because I always talk about with the pineal crystals. Spirit's forever showing me around this being the gateway with the crystals in our ears and our third eye. Strangely enough, I've been feeling really drawn to working with the ear candles a lot lately and just decompressing and taking anything out that no longer needs to be there. So have a look if you perhaps need to do a little bit of detox and a little bit of, oh, thank you, Emma. So yeah, Schumann readings had more timeline shifts too. Interesting. I haven't had a chance to check that. Oh, Jake, that's so cool. I'm seeing the diamond third eye too. That's awesome. I love it when we all are in alignment that way. Ah, Jody B, exciting. I was guided to hold my angelite crystal today. And my gorgeous best friend has just got me a beautiful crystal necklace with angelite in it too. So I'm going to flip these 5 cards over. So what Spirit is showing me, this is interesting. We're also seeing some of this possibly being a little bit hijacked. So as we said in my little notes before, let me just read over this. I was talking about, unexpected change, like feeling motivated, wanting to sort of move things around. The other thing we're seeing is things are still quite heated politically too. So I do see a little bit of a political kind of hijacking against this energy. But to be honest, when I look at this, it doesn't hold weight in comparisons. Jake, you are so tapped in. We're going to get into that side of things with the candles as well. So, and with ear candles, yes, I do. So in terms of ear candles, I find the bigger the better. You want to make sure that your ear candles are only coated on the outside. So you don't want them to have wax on the inside that's going to drip internally into your ear. So I like one that's about 1 inch in diameter. So the circle part will be about 1 inch. The ones that are like pencil size, you're pretty much wasting your time. So I actually used to work as an ear candle practitioner as part of my physical healing business with my kinesiology. So I love the candles that are about this long and they're about 1 inch in diameter. So you actually need to set a cone in the air. And what happens is they form a vortex of smoke and heat that goes up and comes back down and it warms the ear canal. So you do actually, this sounds super weird, but you can put them on if you've got cyst. So I do know someone who used to put them on her breast every month if she got cysts, and they would actually extract the cyst through the pores of the skin. So yeah, it's amazing. I've seen people that have had broken teeth come out from bad dental work, all sorts of things. So this is really going to help to drain the sinuses and flood more light into this gateway area too. And in my book, Soul Star, which is available on solreta.com, I do actually have all of the acupuncture points. And I know Tim just bought it recently. So I was quite excited for him to get that, having a background in martial arts. So these all do correlate and correspond to your psychic senses. So yeah. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. So yeah, I love your questions. We should do a show on health and asking questions. So the cards that we have the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Disc. So we can see here Mars and Leo energy. So this is a little bit kind of fiery leadership type energy. It is called the card of Valor. And I do feel like I want to get some clarifiers around some of these sevens that we've got here too. So it's like a tension type feeling is what I'm getting at the moment. Ah, that's cool. I love hearing your guys feel on things too. And 10 of disc. So this is Virgo energy. We see a lot of Mercury energy with this as well. This is the card of wealth. For me, this is soul family. So I do feel it's really important to be around others that hold that same wavelength, that same belief system here at the moment with this full moon energy that we're about to partake in. And I do see a moon, sun, and Aquarius energy as well. So we know that sometimes when a moon and sun together, it can be eclipse energy. But what we see with this Seven of Swords, this is hold the line, is the overall message I get with this card. So it's to know that there could be sneaky things in that going around. But with this is about like you just staying centered no matter what. Even if the earth is shifting and changing, like we talked about with some of the astrology for the moment, you want to keep like your internal set point. And I do go into more information, I think, in the Soul Star book around ear candles as well, and just activating everything to do with the psychic senses. I am a little bit strange in that I do them on myself, just because I've been a practitioner with it for, over, what is it, like 10 years or something. So if you have paper plates and you have a mirror and things like that set up, but it is ideally best to get someone else to help you. What I do want to mention as well before we move on, just on the ear candle side of things, sometimes like if you're thinking about a coffee plunger or a vacuum sucking that stuff out of your ears, sometimes you will just unlock, like if you've never done them before, and I've done them on my partner who was a little bit deaf when we got together, we did session after session after session and actually had like little fatty white balls come out, and all of a sudden hearing returned. So some people are more prone to ears getting blocked, and you might have to do them a little bit more often. Some people can also experience a little bit of pain if there is a lot that you're actually shifting and moving. I think we might need to do another show on that because I can go into the colors of what comes out, what that means, and how it's a reflection or kind of a reflexology of the body, because there is also divination work that comes with it. So anyway, 9 of discs. So what we sort of see is a push-pull type energy. So with the 7, and then we've got a 10. So it's like if we're feeling the push or we're feeling that friction or that sort of like crazy energy, we need to double down on meditation. We need to connect more with our beautiful group. You guys are so kind. Thank you. So yeah, we see the same thing again. So if something's trying to irritate or hold the frequency, double down again, connect back with things that make you feel good. This is Venus and Virgo energy. So we're connecting into the earth. We're connecting into the divine feminine energy too. And we also have a 4 of disc. So with this Capricorn and Sun energy, this is again holding your foundation, holding your strength, holding power is a really good thing. So yeah, with this earth, air, fire, and water, I do actually feel this is about some of the magic that we're going to talk about too with this. So let's get some little clarifiers. And there's like a little bit of a choice. Let me see. Spirit was giving me a few options. I'm just looking for, we haven't used this deck in I think a couple of weeks. Let's have a look into my black and white deck. I really need to remember what this is called. And I can see Lorianne saying, the earth is changing. Today I felt like if I slipped off a cliff, balance issues all day. What's interesting is balance issues can also be to do with the part of the brain called the vestibular. So this is like our inner ear balance. I saw that fairy. So interesting, we're talking about ears and things today too. So you'll actually see kids that are a little bit more autistic or ADHD spin around in circles. They're trying to activate that part of the brain. So you might be finding, like, with feeling a little bit of balance, that you might be finding memory could be a little bit harder to recall, or you might be having a bit of brain fog too. So sometimes working with these sides of things, generally, like, if balance is an issue, you can get a chiropractor to help work with your gaits in your feet, which are like your little bones, and making sure they're reset, or a cranial specialist, because sometimes there can be cranial issues as well that are maybe just misaligned and need to be rebalanced. So the cards that we have, let's flip them over and see. So we have a Daughter of Wands and the card of Peace. This is this is interesting energy for this week ahead. There's things that we've ignored, there's things that we've tried to smooth over. There's a lot of people giving their opinions and things that I'm seeing in these cards. This is really about drowning out what other people are saying or projecting or talking towards us. So, a Princess of Wands, you guys know sometimes that I talk about with this, that it's the stubborn teenager Aries energy. She is the one trying to bring that sunshine, illumination, and like good things to the world. With the Daughter of Wands, too. Oh, sorry, not the stubborn energy. I'm thinking of Daughter of Disc for a moment in this deck. But with the Daughter of Wands, she definitely brings that light, that illumination to the world. But she will often compromise. She will often shut down, put her needs second, do what other people are calling to. So you guys might be feeling that you have to go help people this week. You might be really thinking, right, I'm going to do that bath, I'm going to do that ritual, I'm going to do that self-care. And then something comes in to bring that out of alignment or to distract you and put you into something else. So you want to double down on holding peace with this. Oh, and by the way, she can be a little bit of a people pleaser. So just notice with this energy that we're going through at the moment, that this is also about you breaking your internal patterns and cycles too. So we have a Two of Swords, which is known as the card of peace. This is also, for me, where we're looking at, say, perhaps I'll use my little candles as swords. So where we're looking at the swords that are usually crossed over the heart chakra. And in my favorite deck, there's a blue lotus. So it's asking us to not just look in the external or look into the different scenarios that are presented. It's to look underneath that, to look into the patterns, to look how our energy is interacting with what the universe is reflecting back. So I do feel the word revision being brought up. Spirit showing me what looks to be like water rising, coming up near the heart. And I'm seeing the word revision written on this. We also have a Four of Cups situation. So have a look into how your frequency feels around certain people as well. There might be people that you need to spend a little bit less time with and things at the moment. Four of Cups too is often that thing that we've been ignoring, or that emotion or feeling that we've been suppressing or pushing down. Oh, cool. Thank you, Rainbow Sun. So the Wild Unknown Tarot is the deck. So definitely go check that out if you like this deck. It is really pretty. But yeah, with this one, this is also sometimes where we're only focused on the physical, and Spirit's trying to give us another message, and we've got a Daughter of Cups in reverse. So where is it that you've been giving too much of yourself? Where is it that you could perhaps flow a little bit back more into your cup? Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Mel. Okay, yeah, it's good to have that little reminder, that message. What's interesting is the Three of Swords comes out straight after Daughter of Cups in reverse. And with the Daughter of Cups, for me, she has this beautiful swan in my favorite deck and has this shell that she brings all of this channeled information and knowledge that comes through into our realm. So for me, this is like, where are we not looking into our intuition? Where have we let people perhaps give us heartbreak energy, or perhaps, give us a little bit of this sneaky energy? Now, this can be on a collective to do with government and just being careful what words to say, medical institutions, things like this. And how much have we perhaps given our trust away, or given away our intuition and things? And I know a lot of us here haven't, but looking into that, I do see something like that coming up a bit in the collective. So, and I don't know about you guys, but we're hearing about pox and things like that over here on Facebook. I don't watch the news, so I wouldn't know, but yeah, Three of Swords energy. For me, this is about finding your voice, is how we break out of this. So it's don't just let these swords sort of stick in. And I'm just reading, oh, you guys are having interesting dreams as well. Yeah, there's really, oh, that sounds cool, Jake. That sounds really cool. I'll have to have a look for that one. And yes, it could be sneaky neighbors and things. Let's have a look. I want Spirit to give us another message on expanding around this because I feel like they're taking me to the Mythos deck, which has become one of my favorite decks. This is the one with the Greek gods and goddesses. So it's really beautiful. I would love to look a little bit more into the gods and goddesses aspect behind this and learn about them individually. So we've got 6 cards. I'll flip these over. That's quite the story. So 9 of coins again, 3 of wands, a card of virtue, 9 of swords, 10 of swords, 7 of coins, 6 of swords. I actually feel Spirit is trying to prepare us for something. With these cards, I actually keep feeling my energy transported into future. So I do feel it is talking about clearing things out of the closet now so that when the time comes, we're prepared. So use this time with the motivation and everything to jump and catapult things that you perhaps have been dwelling on, or things that have been perhaps that you need to finish off or you need to do to get things in order. So a nine of coins. Isn't this a beautiful deck? So with this being Virgo and uh, Venus energy with this card, so it might be about like preparing or even having like, you know, to do with food, things of that sort of nature, just making sure that you've got things on hand, especially if you're in any of these locations or countries where there is a little bit of earth shift things too. I just want to make sure that you guys have, you know, the things and supplies that you need as well. The next card that we have is 3 of Wands. So we know this is the card of virtue. In my other deck, it's often associated with butterflies of transformation. And yeah, it's such a beautiful deck. This also to me is where we're really staying in touch with higher self. We're really like being led from our intuition, not what we're picking up on from the environment around so much. And a 9 of swords and 10 of swords. So it does seem that Spirit is trying to give us a little bit of a heads up. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely a bit of a charge around this energy at the moment. I'm just going to make sure I'm not saying things out loud to upset algorithms and things, if you guys know what I mean. But interesting how many people are having dreams and things too. I've had the one from Russia in my dreams years ago, and a beautiful feeling in the dream too. So we also see 7 of coins and we see the 6 of swords. So 7 of coins means there's going to be a little bit of movement or a little bit of things coming in, a little bit of change down here in the earth realm. And with this 6 of swords, it is a card of science. And we know that it's a card of like things moving forward or things that are changing or going on a journey. For me, this is the card of things happening in the invisible. So Spirit is really trying to give us a heads up to feel into things that are unseen and feel into things that are coming up like on our radar, because I do feel this is perhaps like further down the trajectory rather than just this week. For some reason, Spirit wanted to sort of show why we're sort of planning, why we're talking about the things that we're talking about, and making sure that you have people around you that are trusted, that are not taking on your energy and things. And the volcanic dreams are also interesting too. I think with that, sometimes they can represent positive change, or even like huge changes like within our collective. So it doesn't always have to represent something scary. So I'm just asking for one of the fairy cards. And we've got the green man, who we've actually had show up in photos here on my property. So it says, embrace your wildness. So this is the card of the green man. So we've had the green man. I think it's that one that we showed again on Mason Jupiter, or actually, no, it was on Deep Dives in the Desert. If you haven't checked that out, Lisa's channel, Deep Dives in the Desert, she just did an interview with her daughter Emma and husband Johnny and myself. And yeah, she'll actually show you where we've got the slide come over to show this a little bit more with the green man. And Jake, that is so spot on. So yeah, watch out for energy vampires. So many people who are poisoned and they suck your energy. So this can be whether it's through, and I just want to say, it doesn't mean that it has to be like on a one-on-one interaction. It can even be like through Instagram, through Facebook, like whatever. So have a look at like what drains your energy. Sometimes it'll be stories and things. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I think the girls and Johnny did such a great job. Let me just see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to talk about for this week ahead from the Star Tarot. We have the card of the Lovers, the Virtue card, Three of Wands again, and Nine of Cups. And I heard them say, put the deck down. This is like what they want us to focus on. So with this crazy times that we're starting to travel through, this is actually what they want us to focus on. So working together, manifesting in alignment with the universe, with each other, being in alignment with our higher self, being in alignment with our teams that love us unconditionally, and with the galactics that love us unconditionally. This is angelic energy too. So there is a lot of misinformation out there around angelics and around other things. This is why I say always use discernment, because there will be different stories and things that try and hijack or derail. Not to say that those things don't exist, but what I'm seeing with this is about you forming your own personal connection and relationship. They're really wanting to work with us. The same as I talked about in the Galactic show yesterday with the fairies. Those that love us unconditionally really want to work with us too. So with this, I also would like to pick out of my Syrian star cards. Let's have a look at the message for the week that Spirit wants us to focus on. This is so funny. I actually forgot to grab a crystal, but Spirit was telling me when I was walking my hallway before, you need to talk about working with crystals this week too. So this is a great reminder for something that I forgot that they were sort of mentioning in my ear. So access the divine wisdom and knowledge that crystals contain. Meditate and connect with the elemental being of a crystal. And one way to identify an elemental being in a crystal, I don't know if you can see, it might not capture the light. There is actually a rainbow that is inside this crystal. And it's really beautiful. This represents, and I'm getting tingles in my hand talking about her. So this represents, oh, there must have been fairies show up when we're talking about crystals. So with this, you can actually meditate and connect with the diva that's in the crystal. So you can also program this to get it to work for certain manifestations, which I just want to also tap into, because we are in such a auspicious, special, super blue full moon. It's a mouthful. Let's have a look in the spells deck and see if Spirit wants to guide us on anything to work with for this manifestation. So, oh, this is cute. It is. Look at the beautiful symbol on here as well. Yeah, it's such a pretty one, isn't it? The crystal. So with this, it says calling your coven. So I also see this as our soul family and calling our soul family. So perhaps maybe it's even to manifest, to strengthen the connection with soul family and to strengthen our little light. And I just saw 333, our little light that we're holding internally and sending that out through the grids as well. So it says, braid long pieces of pink, white, and yellow ribbon together, not the ends. Tie it around a photo that represents the type of friends that you would like to have. Place it inside an envelope with a bit of passion flower and seal it and put it in a drawer. So if you wanted to, you could freeze that. It does have the word of love around this too. So maybe you might be wanting to work with some magic for self-love. Interesting that I picked the Heal a Broken Heart one too. This is a really nourishing blend as well. So it's just designed to kind of like bring that nourishment, that nurturing, calming energy. So you can get little candles like this, and I'm just going to use one of my favorite colors. So little ones that fit like this are really great to work with for spell work and for, creating a goal or a meditation and things. You guys have seen me create and tear the paper off and write things on some of the shows that I've done on the Soul Alchemy Potions channel and on this channel. So with this, you might want to write your goal or wish underneath. You could even put perhaps a tarot card or oracle cards that also are in alignment with that. Or you can work with, say, if you're working with abundance, you could have like a little, Lakshmi statue or something like that with your ritual. This is all about adding your own personal touch. So, that's a lovely idea. I love that. Maybe I'll put ribbons on my flowers outside to connect our soul tribe. I love this. So maybe we channel and we use this energy, to connect with this love, beautiful frequency. You're so gorgeous. Thank you. That's so sweet. That's a really beautiful compliment. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to be connecting in with you guys energetically on this full moon as well. And if we all just focus on sending love to each other and really solidifying and strengthening that connection and sending out our best and highest good intentions. Let me see if there's anything else that we need to look into. Oh, that's right. The other deck that... So funny, I just knocked another one onto the ground. Okay, so we have the Starseed deck, and that was the one that fell before. It is also the affirmation of abundance. So when your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. So this is a really beautiful one. Oh, thank you, Jake. Yeah, so it's interesting. We're actually going to be getting more abundance through connecting with each other. And the other card deck that fell was the Frida deck. So this is really lovely. The most wondrous gift you can give is you being yourself. Oh, I just dyslexically read that. Hold on a minute. It's this Mercury retrograde. So the most wonderful gift you can give is you being you, your beautiful, true self. And I think each and every one of us here really does sort of resonate and vibrate with that energy. And it's interesting, I'm feeling a little bit emotional with this. So I feel it's just all of us already starting to connect and starting to feel into that. So I do feel there's a strong growth, like a strong soul memory energy that's coming back with us all connecting as a group. So yeah, I will sort of leave it on that note. And thank you so much for coming to today's show. And I love that. So Serena Magic is saying, love those spell cards. I just made a soap with a spellbound love potion. It is pink and green. Oh, heart chakra energy. Very, very cool. And remember what Lorianne said before too. So today being that 888 portal energy. So you can also use this to start your intention work around connecting with our gorgeous group. Anyway, I love you all very much. Please remember to also jump on over, and if you wanted to join us for the manifestation magic, definitely have a look on my website for Soul Alchemy Potions. It's on this online event section up at the top, and you will see all of the details there. And this does come free when you actually purchase a potion as well. So you will get sent an email shortly after purchase, and that will enable you to register for the event for free. And I do have the bookings available as well. So you can also read a lot more detailed information on my website around how I work in readings. So I really love helping people discover and connect with their divine soul purpose. And I will see you for the 3-card pick. Remember, we are going to be talking about looking at what psychic gift Spirit wants you to focus on at the moment. So I want to hear in the chat which one you were drawn to, what pile. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you shortly. Bye.